dealing with the COVID protocols in Australia during the test series, and now there are additional injury woes that have haunted the team, with Jaspreet Bumrah looking out of action. A day after Team India overcame racism, sledging and the Aussie shenanigans to seal a memorable draw in Sydney, a new challenge has come its way and there are more injuries that are haunting the squad. The only experienced pacer in Indian side, Jaspreet Bumrah, is now doubtful for the Brisbane test after he suffered an abdominal strain. The news comes just a day after both Ravindra, Jadeja and Hanuma Bihari were ruled out of the test series following injuries that they sustained during the Sydney test. Jaspreet Bumrah, if ruled out, will be the 7th player from the Indian squad to be unavailable for the Brisbane test. I'm going to go across to my colleague Ravindra in just a bit to understand what this means for Team India, just at a time when the momentum was picking up after that huge victory, in fact a rather stunning victory that sealed the series for India, 1-1. Now the final test series all set for Brisbane. That is where India is now going to have to deal with more injury woes. Already Shami, Ravindra Jadeja, Hanuma Bihari, Ishant Sharma, KL Rahul and Umesh Yadav, as well as Rishabh Pant, and now Jaspreet Bumrah also doubtful for the series, all of them sustaining injuries. Ravindra is with us from the Mumbai newsroom. Ravindra, over to you. What are the main concerns now? Of course, we were hoping that it will be another exciting, scintillating contest between India and Australia, but a little bit of a dampener now with Jaspreet Bumrah looking unavailable.
Well, yes, that's the recent concern that has now hit Team India, because Jaspreet Bumrah is not 100% sure whether he'll be available for the next test match, and Jaspreet Bumrah is the latest addition to the injury woes of Team India. Let me take you through all the list of players, those who have been ruled out of the test series in Australia. The first one was Shami. Shami suffered a fracture in the wrist while he was batting in one of the test matches, and immediately he walked out of the field, and hence he was, after which he suffered a fracture and he was ruled out of the test series. Next is Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja, very recently in the concluded Sydney test that concluded yesterday, Ravindra Jadeja had suffered a fracture in the left thumb, following which he was ruled out of the test series as well. Now next we go to Hanuma Bihari. Hanuma Bihari also was one of the very major, Hanuma Bihari played a very major innings despite a hamstring injury during the Sydney test that concluded yesterday, where Team India performed brilliantly and managed a memorable draw. The next is Ishant Sharma. Ishant Sharma, a very important player in the bowling unit of Team India, who was ruled out of even the IPL because during the IPL he suffered a torn abdominal muscle, after which he was ruled out of the IPL, and he was also not allowed to come to Australia because he was recovering from the injury. Next is KL Rahul. KL Rahul has a different case altogether. KL Rahul did not even play a single test match in Australia, but during the net sessions he got injured and he got hit on the wrist, and following which he was put out of the test series. So these are the list of players, those have already been ruled out of the test series, and now given the fact that the 4th test match that's in Brisbane, Umesh Yadav is also one of those players who will not be able to play the Brisbane test because he was in Melbourne. He suffered an injured calf and then he was ruled out of the test series immediately. Melbourne was the first test that India played against Australia, and these are the list of injuries that has hit Team India. Rishabh Pant, however, is still undergoing treatment because he was hit in the elbow during the Sydney test, following which he scored a brilliant 97 with an injured elbow. But now since the treatment is still underway, we are still unsure whether Rishabh Pant will be available in the following test, that is in Brisbane. So the injury concerns have rocked Team India, and now the series that is now in a tie, one test match won by Australia, one test match won by Team India. Now it's very important to see how India manages to build the combination of their playing 11 in order to play the Brisbane test, and it will be an all-important match against Australia, as it will be the decider of who gets to retain or win the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
Okay, yes, I'm sure, Ravindra, you are also worried for Team India. So am I. Let's see what happens. We are yet to hear the final word on Jaspreet Bumrah. But yes, like you said, his participation in the final test looks doubtful. Thanks for joining us.